Next up, you'll have two very familiar faces. So you saw them compete for third place in Sword and Buckler. It's Mr. Sergei Volodkov and Kirill Danilov of the White Company Russia will be facing each other again for gold medal in Rapier. And I must say, it's an achievement in itself for two senior instructors to fight each other in the final from the same club. It shows that you're doing something right in your club when two of your top guys go through everybody and there's nobody left.
For sure. So Kirill Danilov, the head instructor at the White Company from Ivanovo City in Russia. And Sergei Volkov.
Sorry, Volkov.
Different fencer. The three of these fencers doing a fine job. They're going to be going home to Mother Russia with an armful of medals.
Volodkov and Danilov, the senior instructors, and Volkov,
for the final
you see in picture right now,
of the Rapier and Dagger, we have both from the White Company in Russia. In the blue corner, Sergei Volkov.
Sergei Volkov, who is
doing his characteristic bounce. He did that throughout the entire event.
And in the red corner,
very active man.
Kirill Danilov.
Of Danilov, facing his instructor.
Referee Christine Konsmo of Norway. And an international panel of judges. So this sort of bouncy style that Volkov uses took him through to this point. You don't want to stand still in front of him because he, at some point in time, will launch himself in a straight line, and it's like a freight train. And what you need to do is to get off line and let it go past you, but easier said than done.
Yeah, he's quick. He snipes them in. Okay, you see? Did it land? Thrust to the body of Volkov. Countered by Danilov.
So Volkov with a 2-point lead. Attempted the leg by Danilov, slipped by Volkov. Thrust and terza. Another feint at the leg. Thrust parried down by Danilov. Again, two fencers who know each other. They know each other's tricks. They know each other's ruses. Attempted chop in a thrust, almost in the manner of a cut. I think that's what Swetnam means when he talks about chopping in a thrust.
Low point of Danilo, creating the illusion of an opening, but he's ready to counter.
By Danilov.
Volkov pretty much moving between the third and fourth cuff, though. Quarta
Very nice control of distance by Danilov. Ah, and it looks like he lands
with
a
a
cut.
sidestep. Countered with a cut by Danilov. Yeah. Nice attempt there by Volkov to thrust, stepping out.
And remember that all your cuts here, regardless of target, are going to be only worth 1 point. Thrusts are 3 to the head or to the torso.
Lunge.
Yeah,
one of the judges saw something,
and
the others didn't recognize.
Danilov appears unwilling to accept it, waving it away.
No score. Exchange.
Rinus Rinka, one of the judges, saw a hit, but the others didn't agree. So,
last exchange of the first round.
Volkov with a slight lead, easily surmounted in this system by one good thrust by Danilov, who has his point in line.
See there?
There's the freight train.
Yeah, Volkov, you saw him loading up.
That's what I meant.
Starting to bounce on his toes.
And he comes shooting along in a straight line. And the problem for Danilov is he was already in the corner.
And it earned him a point as well.
So when you're in the corner like that, you can't move offline without going out of bounds and losing a point anyway.
Well, really, Danilov, as you see in picture there, is the real winner this year because even if he does lose, he
loses to his students,
which is the sign of a great teacher.
Either he brings home a medal or his students do. And in either case, it reflects positively on him as an instructor.
You saw
Smiles all around. You can see they're having a good time.
You saw there something called the last exchange. When there's 10 seconds left in a round, the referee calls it last exchange, which means that they can, even if the time lapses the 3-minute cap, the fencers can continue that exchange.
Right, and the idea behind that is in earlier times we saw that the fencers would try crazy suicidal actions, trying to get something done in the last remaining seconds. What this does is it removes that artificial time pressure, and it allows them to fence properly up until the end of the encounter, regardless of the fact that they've gone slightly beyond the time period. I think it's a great rule adjustment.
Round 2, ladies and gentlemen, with Sergei Volovko in blue versus Kirill Danilov in red. You see Volkov starting to load up. He's coming in.
Oh, and Danilov attempting
to sidestep.
Yes, a girata or incortada or volt, whatever you want to call that. Not effective, though.
Point for blue, Mr. Volkov. See him charging up again. Trying to find the opening.
There he goes, coming in, thrust, parry, cut around. But it looks like he ran.
Well, the thrust landed, according to the judge.
Looks like he ran onto the point of Danilov. That's the danger with running in. If your opponent takes your point out of line, you can end up impaling yourself on his point. And that apparently is what happened here, at least as the judges saw it. Yep, Volkov once again drives Danilov into the corner and then charges. That's just that right there is a good control. That's called, in boxing, what you'd call ring generalship, dominance of the environment, driving your opponent into the corner and then using a straight line attack so that he's unable to sidestep. That's good tactics.
You're always at an advantage when you take the center of the mat or the ring.
Oh, beautiful thrust. I thought I saw it land by Volkov, but we'll see if the judges saw it.
Gives you more space to move around.
Looks like
double thrust.
Yes, double thrust.
Well, this is a close fight with 20 seconds left in the second round.
As you would,
anyone's fight.
As you might expect between a master and his star pupil.
Rushing in, countered. Looked like a schnit to the neck by...
it was an attempt at an overhand thrust, which landed.
Judges saw this a thrust.
And there was an overhand thrust that landed by Volkov.
Earning him...
Should be 3
points.
3 points. Up to 7. Against Danilov's 3.
We have a lag in time, so we have 15 seconds left, even as though it comes up its time is ended in your
It's going to be very difficult for Danilov to come back from this. He needs to be very aggressive in this last few minutes.
This is the last exchange.
Thrust, parry, overhand thrust. And looks like 3 points red. It looks like that overhand thrust by Danilov landed. That gives you a final score very close. Of
7 points.
6-7 in favor of Sergei Volkov.
The student brings home the gold.
So this match was won by the White Company.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sergei Volkov, the White Company of Russia.
So we will have our medal ceremony for Rapier and Dagger. With the bronze going to Piermarco Terminiello of the UK, who is part Italian by the way, and fluent in Italian. It's very interesting as a friend of his to know him speaking in English and to see him turn around to someone like Francesco Loda and suddenly break into fluent Italian.
In third place, Piermarco Terminiello.
Pim Terminiello of the UK, third place bronze medal winner. And gold and silver go to Russia.
In second place, Kirill Danilov.
So the first place prize for this, given by one of the sponsors.
And in first place, Rapier and Dagger, Sergei Volkov.
So Sergei Volkov takes gold. Danilov, Kirill Danilov, both of the White Company from Ivanovo City in Russia, silver and
Sergei
gold.
receives an Armas Medievales rapier.
A rapier from Armas Medievales from Madrid, Spain.
We have a technical
Maker of fine
award
weapons.
in the Rapier and Dagger competition as well. And I have taken the mic because the winner of the technical award is Mr. Rob Runnekers.
Rob Runnekers, the announcer, but also an experienced competitor and an excellent femur researcher, gets the technical award at Rapier and Dagger. So that first,
also has the
that first prize was a rapier from Armas Medievales of Spain. There's a second place prize, which is a mask from Gagliardoni of Italy, who make these really, really lovely jackets and other fencing gear for rapier fencing in particular.
And don't forget to check into Rob Runnekers' podcast, Altenherren. You'll find it on YouTube.
I realize we omitted to mention the prize for Sword and Buckler, which we have already passed. That was a jacket from Black Armory. Now, I tried on that jacket, and it was really an amazing thing. You lift up your arms in that thing,